Hi, this is Marco with the Into the Woods book project. I just wanted to give a quick recap of the day. We had to make some changes while we're out there. It's always about adaptation when you're out in the woods. Notice that the rock line that we had talked about that could help us as far as a water break if it started to rain, that came too close into the debris hut area, the shelter area itself, so we had to take it out. And I used that hammer rock that you saw to dig through and get those large rocks out. They were pretty large rocks. I mean, some of them are like 11 inches long by 5-6 inches wide. Pretty deep, 4 or 5 inches deep. We managed to get them all out. The good thing was, when we got those rocks out, I also found a worm. Now, as you know, earlier on the video, we talked about the grub that I found. So we have a worm and a grub. So if we needed to fish, we would have fishing bait. That's other things you always look at when you're into a situation in the woods. Always improvise, always. Even though we're building a debris hut, we have different things that we encountered. And we also found some fishing bait in case we needed to fish. The other thing is you guys saw that I took a spill while I was up there. Now, I'd walked up and down that area maybe 5-6 times within a maybe 8-foot corridor, one way or the other. So I felt pretty confident that I knew just about every step there. But on the way back down, if you noticed, I wasn't really paying attention where I was walking. I was just looking at the debris hut and looking up. Now, I broke my own rule there. What I always do is always try to look maybe a yard and a half, 2 yards in front of me, and then make sure it's okay. Then while I'm walking, I look to the left, look to the right, look up, and then by the time I look up, I'm already about a yard up where I was, and I look again a yard or so, then look to the left, look to the right, look up, then I look again where I walked. Now, that's a rule that I broke, and I paid the price for that. So that's the other thing. Never take anything for granted. What happened was because it was getting dark and I was getting rushed, so I wasn't paying attention. Just one little mishap like that. I did give my ankle a pretty good twist, but it wasn't bad enough that I couldn't get out. But you always have to remember these things. When you're in the woods, you're not in the world anymore. You're in the woods. So we need to be really careful while we're out there. But that video is going to stay the way it is. I'm not going to cut it. I want everybody to see what can happen. It's not a